Welcome into the Bitcoin Made Simple podcast. I am your host, Corey Tusick, and on today's episode, I have some new equipment. Woohoo, exciting. I'm sure you guys don't care, but if you watch the video, you'll notice it's a different microphone. Fix the pop screener. So I have a different microphone because I'm starting a rap career. No, I'm not. But you should get a BitBox O2 hardware wallet. Go to bitbox.swiss/Bitcoin Made Simple. Use promo code Bitcoin Made Simple to get 5% off. And it's the easiest, most simple to use. God, where did I put it? Bitcoin hardware wallet. And look at this nice orange one. It's a special edition one. Special edition orange Bitcoin hardware wallet. So anyways, get one of those and get yourself, protected. Get your money off of the Bitcoin exchanges that will eventually go down. You can actually buy your Bitcoin within the BitBox app too, where you manage everything on the device. So I recommend you do that. Anyways, the reason for my rap career, the reason for the new equipment is because I'm going on a Bitcoin podcasting tour. And I'm also simultaneously, it just worked out this way, doing some more remote broadcasts with my hockey podcast, which is called Two for Talking. It's mainly Pittsburgh focused, but I mean, if you want to listen, more than welcome to. Just the number 2 for Talking. It's with the Penguins beat writer. His name is Josh Yohe, and then my friend and comedian Joe Bartnick, which, by the way, if you like stand-up comedy, just go on either YouTube or Amazon and watch, search Joe Bartnick. His special is called A Killing in Chicago, and he absolutely destroys it. But anyways, we do a sports one, so we're going to do more remote broadcasts there, and so I needed to have a little bit more of a professional setup. So I've got like the switcher board with all the lights and colors, and can plug in multiple microphones to it, headsets, so that we can, it's got all the bells and whistles. So anyways, tell me if you like it. If it sounds better than the old microphone, then I'll just keep using this one even whenever I'm home. But the Bitcoin podcast tour starts next week in Las Vegas. If you are a Bitcoiner in Las Vegas, in the Las Vegas area, let me get the details so I don't screw it up. Let's go to the tweeter. That's where I've been talking to the person. I forget who it is. Sorry. I apologize if you're a listener that's running it. Okay. 6:30 is when it starts. It is the establishment it's called, looking at the meetup, it's called the Henderson Bitcoin Happy Hour, hosted by Steve. It is at Sierra Gold, a Nevada-style tavern. So if you are there, if you're interested, send me a message. But all you have to do is look up the Henderson Bitcoin Happy Hour, the Las Vegas Bitcoin Happy Hour, Thursday, June 27th, starting from 6:30 to 8:30. It will be going on. I'll be doing some interviews, talking to people, and then just hanging out and getting to talk to other Bitcoiners. It's amazing to me whenever I've been telling people, why I'm traveling and so on. And they're like, really, you have, they're like, people just get together and talk about Bitcoin. And I'm like, you have no idea. Because if you go on Bitcoin Twitter and you just see Twitter Spaces 24/7, you'll know that they're talking about Bitcoin. You have people like me that are just podcasters that talk about Bitcoin. It's crazy. But that's what we're all here for. We just travel around the world just so we can talk to each other about Bitcoin. Think of all the Bitcoin we would have saved if we didn't travel so much. So anyways, yeah, if you're in the Vegas area, hit me up. I will be there doing a live broadcast, and it'll be interesting because it'll be my first one. And then I'll be hitting Raleigh in a couple weeks. That'll be the next one. And then I believe Philly is the third one, Philadelphia. So I'm going across the states mostly, but if you're in another country and you want me to come, then send me a message, get in contact with me. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Just catching up with Bitcoiners, talking Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, the price has crashed. Oh my God. It has crashed to $63,000. It's actually a good thing it's always a good thing when Bitcoin goes down because then you can buy more of it. But it's also, it's a good thing because I think it gets you a chance to increase your stack. Buy it while it's on sale. It's always on sale, but buy it while it's on sale. But then also, the price of miners went down just a little bit. So yeah, there's that. And I'll tell you, I've told you guys my professional life is changing to a degree, focusing more on Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. And it was cool. Today, I've been spending a lot of time off, setting up or getting set up with off-grid Bitcoin mining. You know you're in a good place whenever you're in a spot where no one knows where it is. You have to take things to protect yourself from potential bears and things of that nature. And it is where I'm at in Pittsburgh. It is freaking 95 degrees right now. So it is scorching, absolutely scorching hot. And felt like I was in the middle of the desert. It kind of felt like I jokingly said, it feels like I'm in the middle of like a Breaking Bad type thing. It was just, like hot and the temperature was rising and the ground felt hot and your feet felt hot. And so, yeah, that's what I've been doing. But yeah, I told you guys last week I was talking about proof of work with my kid, with myself. And I'll tell you, proof of work does work out because this one particular thing that we were trying to do basically needed to get one last element secured. And this element was difficult, not because it was difficult to actually get somebody to do it. It was difficult to get a hold of somebody. So I did the only thing that I knew would work, and I drove and drove and drove and knocked on doors until I found someone that answered. Back to old salesman style, the traveling salesman or, pounding the pavement, going door to door sales. That's the way you really prove. You put the proof out in they always say the proof is in the pudding. The hard work pays off. And a lot of people think that they work hard, but they don't actually do it. Because I could have just sat here and wrung my hands and I'm trying so hard to get this done, but I'm calling people and they're going to voicemail and I can't get them or I can't find them on Google and I'm blah 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 blah. And I finally was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm getting in the car and I'm going. I jokingly said that my wife said, do not come back until you have it done. But maybe part of her thought that. But yeah, I went and I know the route very well now and got it locked down. And so we are secure and I can move this microphone a little bit more. I wonder how's the audio. it's louder if I'm here or here. Yeah, so that's the proof of work. And then also, I mean, the proof of work when it comes to the podcast, it's like the idea of doing a Bitcoin tour, it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of extra work that, I have to do. And so be it. Because traveling takes a lot of time. You have to be, away for days on end. And, I like traveling sometimes. Sometimes I don't. But it's fun. It's going to be fun. Don't get me wrong. But it's one of those things that, like, for me, more of an introvert, which how could you be an introvert when you have a podcast? It's because none of you are here and I'm not doing it on a stage. So if you're like me and you're an introvert to a degree, I'm an introvert until I get to know everyone. Once I know everyone in the room, you'd never think I was an introvert. But doing this is not easy. It's not going to be the most fun. It's going to be fun when I'm there. But there's a lot of work involved. And to me, I don't know. I mean, you guys listen, so I think that's cool. There's evidently people all over the country. So go out on a little bit of a tour, but also to me, I think is good for Bitcoin to just go out and have general Bitcoin podcasts, where these interviews with the Bitcoiners and the different meetups are basically going to be like plebcasts. And I think that's cool because, how often can we hear the same Michael Saylor thing over and over and over and over and over again? What has Michael Saylor said that you haven't already heard? Nothing. It's going to be the same thing. So get yourself a BitBox O2 hardware wallet from bitbox.swiss/Bitcoin Made Simple. Use promo code Bitcoin Made Simple and get 5% off. And I should mention that the BitBox company is the one sending me on this tour. So by all means, come, because I'll have some giveaways. I'll have some swag to give out. I'll have some white papers. I'll have, and then I'll also be able to demo and sell you some hardware wallets. So I recommend that you come out and check it out. And you can purchase one if you want while you're there. And then, where was I going with this? It's just going to be plebcasts. And I think, like I said, how many times can you hear Michael Saylor talk about how Bitcoin is a uterus flying through space? Or I joke because I remember somebody saying that. I stole that joke from them. I don't know who it was, but because he was always like, Bitcoin is a time machine and working through cyberspace and blah blah blah. And somebody was just like, Bitcoin is a uterus flying through space, and I've always found that to be pretty funny. But yeah, it's. I don't know. It's just going to be more. I'm hoping I'll just drop his name so that he'll feel guilty and then have to come. But at the Raleigh one, there should be a one Guy Swan joining. And yeah, it's just going to be plebcasts. It's me coming to the people. But no, we're all the same. We're all just each other's people. And we're going to get together and talk about Bitcoin. And I think that is good. If you cannot come to the actual meetups, that's good for the audience to hear other plebs talking about Bitcoin and just having a plebtastic time. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, the first one is in Las Vegas on June 27th. I believe it's not 100% confirmed, but I believe July 9th in Raleigh, and then Philadelphia sometime shortly thereafter. And then you guys, if you go to a Bitcoin meetup locally, let me know and I will come. If you DM me, I will come. I can't promise, but I'll try. So DM me, go to on Twitter. Sorry, Elon, it is Twitter. It's not X, even though you ever notice how once a week he's like, all right, be honest. Is it Twitter or X? And everyone in the replies is like, Twitter, 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 Twitter. And then he's like, okay, I get your feedback. We'll still call it X. But anyways, yeah, on Twitter, it's at Corey, CORY _ TUCEK. And you can hit me up and let me know of your meetup, and I will come. So, yeah, with all that being said, you should get yourself a BitBox O2 hardware wallet. You should get yourself to Las Vegas, even if you don't live there. Just fly out. Just fly out for the week, for the couple days. Get there on June 27th. Come to the Bitcoin Meetup, and you might get some BitBox swag. And I will talk to you guys later.